Yo, hey, what's up, you guys? Exclusively Van Halen. Don't forget, we're on Facebook. Exclusively Van Halen group. Join us. We are celebrating Edward Van Halen's birthday today. So let's do a quick show, you guys. Let's hang out for a little bit and celebrate the greatest Edward Van Halen here on what channel is this?
Hey, this is Michael Anthony right here, and you are watching exclusively Van Halen on the Johnny Beane TV. Keep it there. Woo! See ya!
Hey, what's up, you guys? Johnny Beane here. This is exclusively Van Halen, the Van Halen Show. We're on YouTube, we're on X, we're on Twitch, we're on Facebook, everywhere there is. There's also a podcast on Spotify. So if you dig this stuff, feel free to follow us. And especially if you like your Van Halen. I mean, this is the Van Halen Show. I do this show, love Van Halen. We talk all things guitars, all sorts of stuff. But we're celebrating the birthday of Edward Van Halen today, January 26th of 2026. I'm still a little out of it. NAMM week just happened and got back last night. Oh my gosh. Still haven't really talked about all that yet. I will. I've got tons of video for you guys. You know, we did some live streaming stuff. You guys saw it. If you guys are here, you guys saw a lot of that, but had a great time. And then basically got back here to Santa Cruz and actually did a guitar factory tour this morning with a friend, and just busy, you guys, all the time. But let's celebrate Edward Van Halen. And let's hang out for a little bit here. So, but what do we usually do? I haven't done a normal show in a while because I've been gone. Let's say hello to some people here. Okay, who's here? I know we're live. We are here. Let's see. How do I even do this? Ian is here. Nick is here. Tiger is here. Angelo is here. Jeff Davidson is here. Adam Roach is here, and there's two Ians here. There's two Ians. Wait a minute. Good to see you guys. I still gotta get new batteries for this thing. What can I say, you guys? Edward Van Halen would have been 71 today, and Alex Van Halen's social media released a very cool video clip this morning. Did you guys see it? I'm assuming you all did, right? But I'm going to show it to you guys. Now, let's see. Let's find it here. Alex. Here it is. Okay, so there's no sound, right? There's no sound to this. But this is from the Alex Van Halen social medias. It says, Al, you and Dad changed the world of music. Wolfgang Van Halen. And it looks to be a home movie of Edward playing what looks to be a classical guitar. And here, I'll show it to you guys. Again, there's no sound. There's no sound to this. But there he is, right there. Edward Van Halen. What song do you guys think he's playing there? And there's Alex. He comes in. What song do you guys think he's playing? That is so cool. So that was put out today. Thank you so much to Wolfgang and Alex for releasing that. I mean, you guys know we love this stuff, and to see home movie stuff like that is pretty. It's just pretty amazing stuff. So let's see. What can I say, you guys? Happy birthday to Edward. 71. Let me know how you guys are celebrating today, listening to the music, watching the music videos. I'm sure. I mean, you go to social media and there's all these posts. Like my entire feed of Facebook is happy birthday, Edward Van Halen today. I mean, every other post. And like I said, I was at the NAMM show this past, almost the past week, I guess. I went down there on Wednesday. Got back yesterday. So anyway, I'll be releasing a lot of that stuff over the next couple days. We'll do a show tomorrow talking about NAMM show. And like I said, I've got a bunch of videos for you guys. I did the live stream stuff, which you guys probably saw. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, I'm exhausted. I did a guitar factory tour. I was at Santa Cruz Guitars today. I live here in Santa Cruz. They're just down the street. I had no idea. And then a friend of mine came up and we went over there and did the tour. And I'll be going back over there. And I think I'll be taking you guys with me. So it'll be pretty cool. Ian over on X. I'm playing hooky from work. Hurt my back shoveling snow. Dude. Yeah, all the best to everybody on the East Coast. The storm, I guess. While we were at NAMM show, a lot of friends were worried about their flights getting back to the East Coast. I mean, I'm in, like I just said, I'm in Santa Cruz, so for me it's just an hour flight, to get down to LA or Orange County. It's not a huge trip at all, but we have a lot of friends that unfortunately either weren't able to get back in time or they had to leave early, So now I'll be checking the dumpster. Raymond, Uncle Raymond. Shh. No. Actually, they did give me some guitar picks and stuff. I left it in the car. I don't have it. I still have to unpack, you guys. I've got so much stuff here. From, Vega Tram and this is the backpack I was wearing. I got so much stuff. Oh, Shabbat Guitars. They gave us a tour. Dude, amazing, dude. Amazing stuff. So, anyway, this is just a quick show for you guys. Just want to say happy birthday to our hero. I mean, Edward Van Halen was my first guitar hero. Well, Marty McFly was my first guitar hero, But if it wasn't for Marty McFly, if it wasn't for Back to the Future, I did know who Van Halen was, and I'll admit it. I mean, I didn't have any of their records or anything. I was a kid though. I mean, I was listening to I wasn't like a rock, hard rock. I was actually listening to classical music when I was a kid. But Back to the Future did get me into Van Halen and guitar, and from then on, it was just, And then I did get into some other stuff eventually, as you guys know, you guys that follow me. Oh yeah, but anyway, Steve Rosen. I saw Steve at the NAMM show. He has a book, obviously, Tone Chaser. He's in his third edition. He was at the NAMM show. He had a booth. This guy, you guys know, this guy right here.
Hey guys, NAMM 2023 taking off. Here's Johnny Beane. Watch Johnny Beane TV, the best freaking show on the net, man. I love this guy.
Thank you so much, dude.
You bet.
Thank you. Yeah, so Steve Rosen was there, and okay, here's his video. He just dropped a video today, actually, just a couple hours ago. It's called Edward Van Halen, The Lost Interview with Steve Rosen, 1996 Red Menace. So that's a chapter of his book. And this is about an hour long. Adam, are you here? Adam Roach? You probably helped with this, huh? I just listened to this like an hour ago. 1996 interview. It's audio. And some of the topics, the topics from this are, they talk about the Twister Project, talk about Sammy Hagar, that song Unfinished that Alex released. Originally, the title was, or what it become was a song called Between Us Two. Edward plays a little bit of that. They talk about lyrics. They talk about Glenn Ballard. And something that I've been telling you guys for years, Edward confirmed in this interview. I've told you guys for years that Desmond Child worked with Van Halen, because Desmond himself told me that, because Desmond was my manager. Actually, just a couple years after this. This was 1996. I worked with Desmond. Well, I lived with him. I lived in his house in 1998. And Desmond used to tell me, while I'm like tracking, playing guitar to inspire me, he would tell me, oh yeah, I worked with Eddie Van Halen. I worked with him, and we worked on this song called Blood from a Stone and all this stuff. And so he told me that stuff years ago. And then I've told you guys, a few times, I'm like, yeah, Edward confirms it in this interview here, because he actually says, oh yeah, we worked with Desmond Child, and it was for the best of Volume 1. So those two tracks. Anyway, they talk about Sammy Hagar's departure. They talk about Cabo Wabo, Monsters of Rock, David Lee Roth, song ideas, working with Dave. They talk about the MTV Awards, sobriety, the greatest hits, making music, and Edward talks about meditation. So it's cool stuff. And again, this is a 1996 era interview. So this was after the MTV Awards. But this was before they announced Gary Cherone. This may have been, I don't know if Gary was around at the time, but this is before the Van Halen 3 era. So check that out. Check that out, you guys. Amazing, amazing stuff. Like I said, it's about an hour long. And if you would, when you go over there, tell them that I sent you. So drop a comment on this video saying Johnny Beane sent us. I'd appreciate it, you guys. Steve Rosen, great friend, was awesome. I mean, it's always awesome to see Steve. And we were hanging out at his. He was sharing a what was that? Something just fell over. I think we had an earthquake or something. He was sharing a booth. Oh my gosh. Was that an earthquake? Something just shook. I don't know. Anyway, he was sharing a booth with an amp company and a lot of cool stuff. Actually, I met this guy there. This guy was actually jamming for a little bit, and we were hanging out and we talked for a little bit. If I can find it. Actually, I saw a lot of people this week. And again, we'll talk about most of this on, tomorrow. We'll do a show. Oh, man, where is that ID? Because I just played it. This guy was there.
Hey everybody, Jim Gaustad here, and I'm super happy to be on Johnny Beane's Exclusively Van Halen. See you next time.
There you go, Jim. Yeah, so he was there, and we talked for a little bit. Cool dude. And then he had to split. He played a Van Halen tribute show up in the northwest, Oregon, Portland, or Washington, or somewhere. So he was only there, I think, maybe one day. Hey, David, what's up, man? So we hung out. Actually, I look at all these channel IDs, all these videos I have. I saw so many of these people the past couple days. Oh my gosh. I look at all this and I'm like, I just saw that guy. I saw them. Yeah. Yeah, like I tell you guys, the NAMM show, the greatest thing about NAMM show, I mean, besides being invited by NAMM themselves, is seeing friends. And I've come to realize that I have a lot of friends, and so thank you, all you guys, for everything. But oh man. Anyway, I'm pretty exhausted, but just wanted to do a quick show for you guys celebrating Edward Van Halen's 71, right? That's what I saw on Facebook. 74. He would have been 71 today. So, but again, thank you to Steve Rosen for releasing this interview. Give you guys the link again. Lisa, what's up? What's up, you guys? Yeah, so there's the link right there. Check that out. It's about an hour long. And listen to that. Let's see, Lisa. Happy birthday, Edward. You're greatly missed. Yeah. Ian over on X. Hendrix. Pete, Randy Bachman, Richie Blackmore, Terry Kath, of course, Eddie Van Halen are my guitar heroes, but wait, there is more. You got more? How many guitar heroes do you have, Ian? I've got a few. Edward Van Halen is definitely, I would say he's the top, like number one. Although, I was just talking to somebody about this the other day. Van Halen is like my number one guitar hero, but I don't want to sound, when I play, I can do all that stuff. That's how I learned how to do all this. I don't want to try to sound like Van Halen. That's the last thing I want to do, is sound like Van Halen. But sometimes you can't help it, Let's see. David says, I did not know he was born early 55, but I know he was born in 55. Yeah, January 26th. The thing is, Van Halen, when they first hit the scene, I think it was David Lee Roth's idea for them to lie about their ages. So they all said they were a couple years younger than they actually were. So for a lot of years, Edward's birthday was always printed as 1957. This is true. And then eventually, they stopped. They started saying, I guess word got out how old they actually were or whatever. Let's see. Matt Hatter. There's a band touring Nashville who are an EVH tribute band, and they're effing phenomenal. Who's that, man? Touring Nashville. That's cool, man. I love Nashville. Johnny. Actually, let me see. Can I give you guys those Kelsey. Thank you, Kelsey, for the like over on X. Let's see. Will that do that? GG. Let's see if that works. Tiger, Johnny, how many times did you get to see Van Halen in concert? My first Van Halen concert was November 5th, 1988, OE812 tour. So I saw them then. I saw them on the Carnal Knowledge tour, 91 in Kansas City. Kansas City! Alice in Chains opened. Lane Stanley was in a wheelchair, I remember. And then I saw them in Omaha, Nebraska in 92. And the opening band was this band called Baby Animals. And the lead singer, this is such a small world, you guys. I believe the lead singer is actually married to this guy.
You're watching Johnny. You're watching this motherfucker on wherever you're watching it. Just watch him. He's a legend. Awesome. Thank you so much.
So the lead singer to Baby Animals, I believe, is married to Nuno. I remember she walked right over me as I was sitting in the grass waiting for them to open the doors to the venue. I remember she walks right past me, and for some reason I knew who she was because I knew of that band. So that was pretty cool. What was I going to say, though? But before that show, like, months before that, a friend of mine was a local DJ. This was in Lincoln, Nebraska. His name was John Terry. And he started playing the song by this band called Mr. Big called To Be With You. And he's the reason why that song became a hit. So the band Mr. Big came to town to thank him, and they did some signings at some record shops, and they played a show at the University of Nebraska. But anyway, I got to meet the band because I was friends with the DJ. So I got to kind of like hang out with them sort of. And I remember going up to this guy asking him if he could get me backstage passes. And he's like, no, I can't do it because it's a different organization. I remember him saying that. But this guy right here. Hey, this is Billy Sheehan. You're watching Johnny Beane TV.
Okay, ready?
Ready.
Hola, amigos. This is your bass player, Billy Sheehan. You're watching me right here on my dear friend, John. It went away.
Oh, no.
Johnny Beane.
That guy right there. So the first time I ever talked to him, I said, can you get me Van Halen backstage passes? And he's like, nah. Can't do it. Although I just talked to him a couple days ago, too. Yeah, it's a small world, you guys. Susie DeMarchi? Adam? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I remember I was sitting in the grass and she walked right past me. I remember looking, I don't know what was, I just remember looking up and she's just like walking right past me. So that was pretty cool. So wait, you were asking me how many times I saw Van Halen. OE812 one time. Carnal Knowledge twice. What's up for Carnal Knowledge? The live record. I saw them 3 times on the live album. Balance. Saw them 3 times. What's after that? Van Halen 3. I did not get to see them. I was on tour myself. But I did, get to see like videos of it. And then what was after that? 2004. I saw them in San Jose. 2007. I think I saw them twice. I think I saw them in 2007, 2008. Right? I can't even think. I can't. And then what tours after that? 2012, I saw them twice. 2015, I saw them twice. So yeah, I think that was it. Ian, that show you're talking about, or that performance, I saw them right after that. I just happened to be, it's in my live stream from a couple days ago. You see me walking up towards them. That was them signing right after that performance where they got shut down. Yeah, I watched some of that yesterday. Yeah, so cool, man. Yeah. Yeah, Baby Animals. Yeah, they opened for Van Halen. Second leg of Carnal Knowledge. It's true. Nuno's a huge Eddie fan. Oh, yeah. Nuno played the other night, although I missed it because I left. There's this thing called like Ultimate Jam at the arena there at the Anaheim Convention Center where they have all these different musicians. Actually, a friend of mine performed. I saw him play, and then actually I saw him the next day, and I told him, this guy, he actually paid me a pretty cool compliment. This guy right here.
Hi, this is Alex Skolnick, and you're watching Johnny Beane TV.
Skolnick played the Ultimate Jam, and then who else was there? Tiffany was there. That was pretty cool. Sheehan was there. Who else did we see? Anyway, I left because I had to go back to my hotel, and then I guess Nuno had played. I missed it, but I heard about it. But anyway, I saw Skolnick the next day, and I went up to him, and he said, he's like, Johnny, he's like, your channel's like doing good. Basically, he was saying like, dude, you've really taken off, man, all the stuff I've been doing. And because, see, I've known Skolnick for like 30 something years. He used to teach guitar lessons in the back room of a shop that I worked at. So I've known him forever since Bounce came out, 95. No, I've known him 94, actually. Or no, 93. Late 93. So that's like 30 what years? 33 years? But anyway, yeah, he paid me a pretty cool compliment. So I'm like, dude, thank you so much, man. Been busy. You know? Always. I mean, always busy doing this stuff. Let's see what else. Anyway, yeah, I'll talk more about the NAMM show tomorrow. We'll do a show. Yeah, Tiffany. I think we're alone now. Remember that? Yeah, she was there. She sang a song by Fleetwood Mac. Hey, Peggy. Good to see you guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. So, okay. Look at this. We're almost at 30 minutes. Yeah, I'm going to keep this a short show. I'm trying to keep these shows shorter and shorter for you guys. And I know that kind of doesn't make sense, but to me it does. Hey, G. What's up, dude? Dude, I saw you in another video, man. There was somebody else walking around the NAMM show, and I saw myself talking to the guy at IK. Remember that guy, this guy jamming at IK? The guy was incredible. Anyway, I was there talking to him, and this other channel walks right past, and you see me, and then you see Laz walk out from another place. It's pretty funny. And then he's walking later, and I see you walking around. G. Yeah, it's cool. I'll send you the link. So anyway, we'll talk more about NAMM show tomorrow. Okay, we'll do a regular show tomorrow, and then I've got so much video to upload. It's kind of like I don't even know where to start. It's kind of crazy. And then, like I said, I get home today, and I do a Guitar Factory tour of a guitar factory that I didn't even know was even here. It's pretty cool, and I'm going back too. So anyway, just wanted to jump on and say happy birthday to our guitar hero, Edward Van Halen, and to let you guys know about the Steve Rosen video, because, well, it's a video, but it's audio. There it is right there. And if you would, click on that. Tell them, drop a comment saying, hey, Johnny Beane sent us. Very good. Did I get a shout out? From who? Actually, I got a bunch of shout outs. I got a bunch of new channel ideas. I'll play a couple of them for you here real quick. I've got more than this. I've got several. I saw a lot, dudes. I mean, if you guys watch, even if you saw the live streams I did, there's much more than that stuff I recorded. But yeah, we got some pretty cool shout outs and made a bunch of new connections, made some new friends, saw a lot of good friends. But we'll talk more about all that tomorrow, you guys. But I just want to say happy birthday, Edward Van Halen, and celebrate today by listening to Van Halen. You know, if you still have, you know, like all the guitar magazines, you know, check those out. And I mean, just looking at Facebook, I know this is like every day people do this anyway. I mean, every day, my whole Facebook is actually nothing but Van Halen, like all the time. But especially on special days, you know, special dates. So celebrate Edward Van Halen today. And yeah. So let's do this, you guys. Let's do a couple. Let me say thank you to our channel members. Thank you to our top tier channel members here on Johnny Beane YouTube channel. Channel membership, so we can help support the channel, support these shows. It's not free doing this stuff, especially going to the NAMM show. It's really expensive. Top tier are Michael B. Live, Music Therapy Laz, Mini Guitar Society, Majestic PB and J Cat, Flipper Carlin, Bay Area Rich, Sherman Callahan, Nova 9 Music, R Habs, and of course Janice Lala, the intern. Thank you guys for being top tier channel members. Thank you to all our channel members for your support for these shows, you guys. There they are. I know I got to add at least another name to that or two. I will do that as soon as I can. Yeah. Takes a couple days after getting back from NAMM show to really get normal again. You know, it's just a whirlwind of excitement. Oh. But happy birthday, Edward. And thank you guys for watching. Drop some comments down below if you're celebrating. Let me know. Lewis, drop your comments below. Subscribe if you dig this stuff. And, oh yeah, don't forget, Van Halen. I've got a Van Halen group on Facebook. We're one of the bigger Van Halen groups. Celebrating all things Van Halen all the time. Jump over there. Nightbot has the link for you guys. There it is. Check that out. Hang out with us. So, all right. All right, you guys. I will, here, I'll play a couple other new ones. Play a couple new ones here, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. You're watching, what channel is this?
I got a 17.
Hi, this is you're watching Johnny Beane.
Good. Howdy, y'all. It is Blue Saraceno, and I'm letting you know that you are watching Johnny Beane, so watch out.
Ready. Hey, I'm James Brown, and you're watching Johnny Beane TV.
Wow, James Brown, unbelievable, man. You guys, click on another video on the screen here, drop your comments below, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, we'll do another show. We'll talk NAMM show, and we'll hang out and have a great time. So keep it there. Edward Van Halen, We miss you, man. All right, you guys. I'll see you tomorrow here on Johnny Beane TV.